Hey everybody, it's KK's World, and today I will be giving my semifinal predictions for ANW 15. Alright, seems like everything is working well right now as far as stream audio goes. Alright, so let's get started. Um, Wait a couple minutes for people to get in here. I will I will keep the chat on for anybody who is willing to and see what's going on. So, but yeah, we are going to be giving my semi-final predictions today, as I said. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me find um what I believe to be these predictions. Just looking to find the list. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see um I don't know if these are the accurate matchups, but based on the explanation that I received, yes, uh I believe this is what is actually going to be shown throughout the next 4 weeks on ANW. So let's get into it. The first matchup we have is Kai Beckstrand versus James Wilson, and I think they're the best competitors this year in terms of what we saw in qualifying. Caden Lebsack versus Glenn Albright. This is another easy one. I'm going with Caden Lebsack mostly. Um, Obviously, Caden, best competitor in the show right now. Him, Joe, and Daniel are probably the big three of the show. Don't know if I've seen Glenn compete that much, so obviously I'm gonna go Caden on that one. Jared Boyd versus Josh Ferguson. I'm gonna go Jared Boyd here. Um, Very fast. The semifinals is gonna suit him very well, and I can't wait to see what he's got out there. Hans Hertz Turner. I am going to go with Hans Hertz on this one. Um, the best rookies to come out of qualifying, has a good story. Hopefully, we get to see his journey continue. I'm a fan of him already. Cam Baumgartner versus Tatsumi Yanaba. I'm gonna go with Cam Baumgartner. I don't know if I've seen Yanaba compete all that much, but obviously Baum, established veteran, great competitor. He could probably move pretty fast. Barry Boyd, because Ryu Yori is in his mid 40s, I believe, if I'm not mistaken on that one. So probably not going to be all that fast. Depends on if Barry falls or not, but for now I'm going to go with Barry. Austin Gray versus Cade Parkins. I'm obviously going with Austin Gray here. Has potential to go fast. One of the best ninjas ever. Moving on, Max Feinberg. As much as I want to see Kai and his dad in Vegas. I just don't think it's going to happen. Max made it to stage 3 last year. Max, obviously, I think can go pretty fast. Teenager, so obviously he can make it to Vegas, make it far into Vegas. So yeah, I got him winning this race today or tonight. Mike Salenzi versus Chris DeGangi. We got two Chicagolanders here. He probably has the more consistent results. I'm still saying DeGangi because I think he can go a little bit faster. Personally, I think he is going to be able to represent for the both of them. I don't know if that makes sense. Represent for him and his girlfriend, since his girlfriend isn't even competing this year. Flex, obviously. But yeah, Chris winning that matchup. Next up, we got Scott Behrens versus Derek Pavoni. I'm going to go Pavoni. Pavoni's a lot younger than Behrens. Behrens is actually the backyard ninja dad, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I see Pavoni winning pretty easily on that one due to his younger age. Tyler Yamauchi versus Ben Behrens. I'm gonna go with Tyler Yamauchi on this one. Definitely, I think Yamauchi, although not the fastest guy in the world, he does have a lot more experience than Ben Behrens. I believe Behrens is only a rookie, so Yamauchi definitely has experience on his side, has history on his side. I think he's definitely gonna take that one. All right, next up we have Jackson Twait versus Nate Hansen. I am going to go with Jackson Twait on this one. As much as I love Gnarly Nate, much as I'm a fan of him, his story, his results, his personality as a whole, I got to go with Twait. Twait's a lot faster. As long as Twait doesn't make a mistake, I think that the Iowa boy is going to pull through, and he's going to move on to Vegas. All right, Taylor Green versus Jalen Bennett. This is actually, I believe, Austin's student versus Austin's girlfriend, Austin Gray. I'm gonna go with his student. I'm gonna go with Taylor Green win this one. She lived up to the hype in the qualifiers, and I honestly, with Flex gone and uh, Jesse Graff nearing the end of her prime, I can definitely see Taylor Green becoming the next big thing this season. So we got Maggie Owen versus Riley Porter. I am going to go with. That's actually pretty tough. I don't know who to go with on that one. This is the first one where I've actually really struggled. I'm gonna go with Maggie Owen on this one. I believe she has more experience, and that's honestly the only reason I'm picking her. I don't know too much about either ninja. Hopefully that race gets shown tonight because I'd love to learn more about both of them. But yeah, I've still got Maggie going because I believe she has more experience overall than Riley. All right, we got Maddie Howard versus Violet Capello, I believe is how you say it. But I'm going to take Maddie Howard in this one. Again, a lot more experience. Maddie made it to Vegas a couple times, I believe, even. So definitely has the edge here, I believe. All right. Emily Keener versus Allie Tippett-Wooten. I'm going to go with Emily Keener on this one. Again, I do not know much at all about either of these two, unfortunately. I know Allie's runoff race was probably the most exciting one of the qualifiers, but even that's not saying much. But I'm going to go say Emily because I believe both are rookies, but, it's just a toss-up at this point. So I don't know. But I'm going to say Emily for now. All right, move on. Sean Bryan versus John Yuga. I'm going to go Sean Bryan. Sean Bryan obviously has more experience, a lot more of an established competitor than Yuga is, despite Yuga being a pretty good ninja himself. But yeah, I believe I believe that Sean Bryan can still go fast when he wants to, so he can definitely turn on the jets. All right, we got Luke Dillon versus Ramses Valdez. I'm going to go Luke Dillon. This one's pretty easy. Both, I feel like, are pretty fast, but I definitely think that Dillon is one of the fastest ninjas on the planet right now, despite not many people knowing about him because he always gets fast-forwarded. But yeah. All right, we got Noah Munier versus Nate Tackett. I'm going to go Noah Munier on this one because he's a fast rookie. Believe he's a teenager or still very young, like 20 or under. And he's still rookie year, came out extremely strong, finished like third or fourth on the leaderboard or something like that. Um, Definitely has potential to go fast, I believe, and I think he's got a lot of potential as a whole. All right, we have an actual race between two established competitors here. We have Josiah Papel versus Jamie Ron. Much as I love Captain NBC, I am going to go with Josiah Papel here because I mean Josiah Papel made the final stage last year, and not really much else to say. I think Josiah is a lot faster of a ninja. Definitely has a lot more potential to turn on the jets when he needs to. Um, Jamie Ron, not so much, unfortunately. All right, now we got Jay Lewis versus Alex Goodwin. This should be pretty easy. I'm gonna go with Jay Lewis. Jay, again, like Josiah, can turn on the jets. I don't know too much about Alex. Um, Maybe he could make it close. I'm not sure, but I still think Jay is gonna take this one pretty easily. All right, we got James McGrath versus Evan Bowman. Evan Bowman. And I'm gonna go with James McGrath on this one. I still think the Beast. He has a lot more experience than Evan. He's got experience on his side. Hits a lot of buzzers. I believe he's got like 20, 21. I think he's got 20 now. The Beast does. And I don't feel like he makes mistakes very often on regional courses. So, all right, we have Kevin Rodriguez versus Austin Barrett. I'm gonna go with Kevin Rodriguez here. Kevin, obviously, I believe he finished or failed the fifth obstacle or finished the qualifying course when he competed. And I remember he was very fast. He was believe he's friends with Luke Dillon. Obviously, those two have a lot in common in terms of the style that they run the course with. So yeah, I'm going Kevin Rodriguez on this one. All right, Jonathan Godbout versus Verdale Benson. I'm gonna go Godbout here. I believe that he is the much better ninja over Verdale. Him being shown this year, I feel like he is breaking out even more than he already did. He did make the stage 2, I believe, one year. I can't remember which one, but it's going to be cool to see him back out here on the course again. All right, Joe Morosky versus Noah Jones. It's the Weatherman show. Weatherman, I believe he's the best competitor of all time, like I said a couple days ago. Obviously, can still go fast. And he does not make mistakes very often. Joe Morosky is pretty consistent. He's lost a little bit, but uh, he still should take this one by a country mile. All right, Najee Richardson versus Mizaya Andre, I believe is how you pronounce it. I'm gonna go with Najee though. Again, Najee has a lot more experience, and I think Najee can go pretty fast too. Najee knows how to fly through the air, so yeah, look forward to seeing Najee in Vegas. All right, Matt D'Amico versus Ibrahim Hayek. Uh, Hopefully, I'm saying that right. But I'm going to go anyway with Matt D'Amico as the winner. He got absolutely screwed over last year, and I think he's getting a little bit screwed over this year. I don't think he's had um, a run shown in full. Maybe he's had one that I'm just forgetting about, but like stage 3 last year, he had a middle cut or something like that. And he got digested in qualifiers this year. But yeah, I still got him winning pretty easily. Obviously, he's one of the fastest ninjas on the planet, and hopefully he can make it far into Vegas again. All right, we've got Evan Andrews versus David Campbell. What a matchup this would be. But I'm going to go Evan Andrews. He is extremely fast. Campbell has lost his speed, I ain't going to lie. I don't think Campbell's a bad ninja by any means. I just think that this young gun is going to outdo him. That's all. But yeah, Evan Andrews. All right, we're going to go Addie Herman versus Brittany Durant. I'm going to go Addie Herman. Obviously, she was the runner-up in the women's championship this past year. Um, did pretty has always done pretty good. I believe she's been on for 2 or 3 seasons by now. Um, Always has pretty good results. Made it far into stage 1 last year. Um, we'll see how fast she can go. And Brittany Durant, I believe, even though they didn't count it, I believe that her foot did touch the water when she was in the runoffs on the on home run or whatever that obstacle was. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Addie. All right, Casey Rothschild versus Taylor Johnson. I am going to go with Casey here. Um, Again, I believe that she has a little bit more experience than Johnson does, and more more semifinals. I believe, yeah, ANW 10. She hit that qualifying buzzer, got to go to the semifinals. Um, but yeah, just based on experience alone, that's pretty much the only reason I'm picking her. All right, we got Emily Gardner versus Michelle Wonky Burma. I am going to go with Emily Gardner here. Michelle has lost a lot of her speed. Congratulations to her though on having the baby. Um, hopefully baby's doing all right now. But yeah, I still believe Emily. She's a teenager, even though Michelle's got a lot more experience. I think Emily's gonna come on and take this. All right, Abby Clark versus Rachel Deguts. I'm gonna go with Abby Clark pretty easily. Um, Rachel's a good ninja. It's gonna be one of the closer races, in my opinion, if one of them doesn't make a mistake. But I still got Abby. I think Abby is more polished overall as a ninja, more polished on the obstacles. All right, we got Daniel Gill versus Gary Wyland. I'm gonna go with Daniel Gill here. As much as I love Gary, much as I loved his story, this past year. I mean, wait, I believe it was the second episode that Gary was on. Much as I love his story, he doesn't stand a chance against Daniel Gill. Props to him though, coming out there competing, making it to the semifinals. But Daniel Gill's going to Vegas. Vance Walker versus Eric Zamorano. I am going to go with Vance Walker. I have absolutely no idea who Eric is. He's probably gotten all cut or he was just digested. I don't remember him. But yeah, Vance, he's back. I believe that he's back to form this year. All right, Benjamin Drake versus Dion Butler. It would be my pleasure to go with Benjamin Drake. See what I did there? But yeah, anyway, one of the best rookies again to come out of this year, and I think he is going to turn on the Jets in the semifinals. All right, Jody Avila versus Elijah Levy or Levy. I'm gonna go with Jody Avila. I don't know who Elijah Levy is. Um, Jody not the fastest ninja in the world, but I don't think he does. He doesn't make that many mistakes on the course. So, all right, we got Cal Plahoros versus Simba Jones. I'm gonna go with Cal. Simba, I'm not gonna lie. I respect you. I respect your runs on the. I respect your run in the qualifying, but you are kind of a gimmick man. But I'm gonna go with Cal anyway. Science says that Cal will win. I don't know about that. Cal was winning his race though. If that's what you mean, yeah, Cal was probably easily winning his race. All right, Isaiah Thomas versus Forrest Strick. I'm gonna go with Isaiah Thomas, the flyboy here. Um, Disappointing last year, but I think like Vance, he's gonna be back to form this year, and I don't even know who Forrest is all that well. So we got Kyle Soderman versus Silas Snyder. Yeah, Flyboy, I agree, will win that match by very, very easily. Uh, but anyway, Soderman versus Snyder. I'm gonna go with Soderman. Obviously, stage 3 2 years ago, stage 2 a year ago. Still one of the fastest ninjas for a big person. I believe he's like 6'1", 6'2", something. Um, he's gonna take that very easily. For like a 6'2" person, he moves around very quick. Um, Joseph Rouse versus Nick Hansen. I am going to go with Joseph Rouse here. Yeah, Kyle. Yeah, he had the Mega Wall last year. I agree with that. Yeah, he had the Mega Wall last year, I believe. But I'm gonna go with Joseph Rouse. Um, Kind of a toss up here, but I don't really know what to say on that one. Yeah, you go with Joseph for this one. All right. We got two Texas ninjas here. We got Karsten Williams versus Abel Gonzalez, two veterans. I am going to go with. It's tough. I think I'm actually going to go with Abel Gonzalez on this one. Much as I love Karsten, this is going to be one of the closest matches, I think. But I think Abel. It's honestly going to be a toss up. Might go down to the wire. So if I did have to choose one, these two are roughly equal. I'm going with Abel Gonzalez though. All right, I'm going. We got Sebastian Krismer versus Grant McCartney. I'm gonna go with Sebastian here. Um, Don't know too much about him, but Grant's a big guy. He's prone to make mistakes. Um, you know, we need some rookies here to spice it up. We need some rookies in Vegas, so I'm gonna add one more. All right, we got Jonathan Bang versus Ian Dory. Yeah, Grant is not a fast ninja by any means. Um, but I'm gonna go with Ian Dory for that Bange Dory matchup. Obviously, purely based on experience alone. Dory is very methodical. Uh, Goes slow, but I feel like I feel like he's pretty quiet. Like he just lets his performance do the talking. So I feel like he could come out there and turn the Jets on, shock all of us. Either way, just based on experience, I'm gonna go with him. Isaiah Wakeham versus Grant Cunningham. Yep, I do remember that. I was ticked off at that when Ian Dory got cut. Wakeham versus Cunningham. I'm gonna go with Isaiah Wakeham here. Um, he's got more experience. I'm pretty sure, and he just seems like an overall good ninja. I feel like he is decently fast from what I remember. But let's move on to his sister's matchup where she is versing Sandy Zimmerman. I'm gonna go with Isabel Wakeham too. Both the Wakeham siblings make it to Vegas. I don't think. I think besides, I'm just gonna say it. It's a hot take of mine. Besides that one warped wall, um, I think Zimmerman's career has been pretty much nothing. Like absolutely no offense to her, no offense to any of the Zimmerman fans, no offense to her family, nothing like that. I just think besides that one buzzer, she has not done much at all. So I'm gonna go Wakeham. All right, Madeline Medeiros versus Anna MacArthur. I'm gonna go with Anna MacArthur on this one. I remember her from one of the episodes she was in the runoffs, and I believe she actually finished that course. So hopefully she can finish another course. Hopefully that we find another breakout star along with Taylor Green to get to Vegas. All right, we got Clarissa Morris versus Barclay Stockett. I'm gonna go with Barclay on this one. Barclay, just based on experience alone. That's about it. Rachel Brown versus Kaylin Jewell. I'm gonna go with Rachel Brown on this one. Don't know much. I don't think I know anything about either of them, so I gotta pick one though, I guess. RJ Roman versus Daniel Osmer. I'm gonna go with RJ Roman on this one. I think RJ is the one of the fastest, if not the fastest ninja on the planet right now, maybe even of all time. Um, and he does not make mistakes very often at all. So, Caleb Bergstrom versus Jason Grossman. I'm gonna go with Caleb Bergstrom. Another easy choice. Got the mega wall. I know he can go fast. I know he does. Aka. Hopefully, I'm saying that right too. I'm gonna go with Alex Romer though. I do slightly remember him from, I believe it was the last qualifying episode last week, and he was pretty good. I think he came. I think he might have actually finished. So next up is David Bergstrom Wright versus Matt Callands. I'm gonna go with David on this one. Um, Sorry, the cord was getting in the way. But yeah, I'm gonna go with David on this one pretty easily. I don't know much about Callands at all. And same thing with our next one, Ethan Bartnicki versus DC Banks. I'm gonna go with Bartnicki. Got to stage 3 last year. I know he's a pretty fast ninja, so. Elijah Browning versus Roberto Garamore. I'm going to go with Elijah Browning here. I believe Garamore was the one who fell in qualifying. Yeah, he was the one who fell in qualifying. Um, but Elijah, pretty easy pick here to go to Vegas. Flip Rodriguez versus Johnny Brown. I don't even know who Johnny Brown is. These 1 hour episodes are kind of screwing us. Um, Enzo Wilson versus Kyle Schulze. I'm going to go with Enzo on this one, I believe. Definitely think that he is the faster ninja out of the two. More polished overall as well. All right, Noxa Garamore versus Isaiah Lee. I'm going to go with Noxa Garamore. Um, finished the qualifying course as a rookie, which, by the way, these were very hard qualifying courses. In case you didn't hear my review that I posted like about an hour ago, I think. But yeah, Noxa Garamore takes that one, and I'd say pretty easily. Ryan Stratus versus Austin Hare. I'm going to go with Ryan Stratus. Don't know too much about Austin Hare. Plus, we need an OG Ninja in Vegas. Brett Sims versus Brett Ninjas in Vegas. Let's go with Brett Sims on this one. Again, I don't know too much about Brandon. Bob Reese versus Vinny Castronova. Vinny's been on the show a couple times. Vinny's pretty fast, but I'm still going to go with Bob Reese because I believe Reese is a lot more polished than Castronova is. All right, Janique Levette versus Dara DePaulo. I'm going Janique. Um, I honestly, Dara did all that much in the runoffs. So, Janique, pretty easy pick based on her experience. Ashley Bergstrom versus Jaleesa. I am going with Ashley Bergstrom here. Um, I believe that her and her husband Caleb are both making it to Vegas, and I believe, um, definitely I believe that she is, while not as good as she was maybe 4 or 5 years ago, still one of the best female competitors. Still legacy, her impact in the show absolutely massive. And finally, we got Caitlin Bergstrom versus Emma Pereira. Pretty much everybody in the Bergstrom bunch making it to Vegas this year. Um, there's also going to be 10 wild cards, I believe. I'm not going to predict those, but I will go and say my national finalists as a whole. So, Zach Boyd, Hans Hertz, Cam Baumgartner, Barry Boyd, Austin Gray, Max Feinberg, Chris DeGangi, Derek Pavoni, Tyler Yamauchi, Jackson Waite, Taylor Green, Maggie Owen, Maddie Howard, Emily Keener, Sean Bryan, Luke Dillon, Noah Munier, Josiah Papel, Jay Lewis, James McGrath, Kevin Rodriguez, Jonathan, Casey Rothschild, Emily Gardner, Abby Clark, Daniel Gill, Vance Walker, Benjamin Drake, Jody Avila, Cal Plahoros, Isaiah Thomas, Kyle Soderman, Joseph Rouse, Abel Gonzalez, Sebastian Christmer, Ian Dory, Isaiah Wakeham, Isabella Wakeham, Anna MacArthur, Barclay Stockett, David Wright, Ethan Bartnicki, Elijah Browning, Flip Rodriguez, Enzo Wilson, Noxa Garamore, Ryan Stratus, Brett Sims, Bob Reese, Janique Levette, Ashley Bergstrom, Jesse Graff, and Caitlin Bergstrom. So yeah, that's going to be it for my semifinal predictions. Make sure to watch tonight where everyone is a race. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, healthy.